and welcome to this special interview with the Pakistan Cricket Board Chairperson Shahryar Khan. Appreciate your joining us, Mr. Khan.
Thank you.
Are you leaving this country with a sense of defeatism, disappointed, defeated almost?
No, not defeated, but disappointed, I would say.
Are you in some way disillusioned? Because do you believe that the prospect now of an Indo-Pak Test series in the winter of 2015 is looking increasingly remote? Time is running out.
Yes, time is running out. It is looking remote. But I have not totally lost hope. While I've been here talking to people, I haven't totally lost hope. But I mean, I felt that it was possible and it should have been possible. But alas, as time runs out, we have to face the facts.
Who do you hold responsible? You come to Mumbai on the invitation of the BCCI, and then eventually find no meeting takes place, and then there's no communication for the next 48 hours after the Shiv Seniks enter the office of the BCCI.
Yes, I don't hold anyone responsible, any individual responsible. I think the reason for my coming here, I must tell you, was a very solid one of trying to resolve the issues that stand between Pakistan and India playing the cricket series. And I got a call, I had a telephone call with Mr. Shashank Manohar while I was attending the ICC conference in Dubai. And he said, I want to talk to you, will you please come? I want to invite you to Mumbai. And I said, fine, I also want to talk. And he said that let us sit down and resolve the issues that are standing in the way. So I thought this was a good moment for me to say yes, all right, when? He said, I'm having a meeting of the working committee in Mumbai on Sunday last. And immediately after that, I'd like you to come and have a chat with me. I said, all right, I'll come. When do you want me to come? He said, 11 o'clock on Monday morning, day before yesterday. I said, fine, I'll be there on Sunday night. So we agreed. He said, I'll send you a written invitation. So this sort of rumor, some people saying that I had come for a courtesy call is not true. I had come because I had a half assurance that we could resolve the issues.
And with a written invitation?
With a written invitation.
With a written invitation?
Yes, I could bring it here and show it to you.
No, because the question is, were you all living in a sense in an illusory world? Because you know that Mumbai was the wrong place perhaps to hold a meeting, given the stand that the Shiv Sena has taken about Indo-Pak ties.
I tell you, when he said come to Mumbai, Shashank Manohar, I said to him, I can come to Nagpur, I can come to Delhi, suggesting that maybe Mumbai is not the right place. He said, no, I think everything will be all right, don't worry. So I said, all right, if you're not worried, I'm not worried, I'll come.
Is there a sense of desperation though on the Pakistani part, as some are saying, that somehow or the other they have to play cricket with India because financially it's critical for Pakistan, which is otherwise bleeding?
Let me clear this very, very clearly. Number one, we are not desperate to play. We are not begging to play. We are not even pleading to play. All we are saying is, you have signed an MOU, you have signed the fact that we will play this first series in Dubai, not even in Pakistan, in Dubai. It will be a home series for us. You will play 3 test matches, so many ODIs, so many T20s. Now this is all signed and sealed. Now, since this was signed about a year and a half ago, we are told that, and perhaps rightly, that signature, that MOU was agreed during the previous government.
The Manmohan
Singh government. Now that a new government has come into power, we need to get their clearance, their permission. I said, fine, this is reasonable. It is perfectly reasonable. And I told my counterparts in BCCI that, kar dijiye aap, let go and find government's opinion. Now this has been hanging on for the last year or so. And I've been pressing and pressing and pressing the BCCI. Koi jawab de do. Are you going to play or are you not? Have you got permission?
It's not about finances. It's not about Pakistan.
It's not about
finance. It's not about Pakistan board looking to see Indo-Pak cricket as a cash cow.
Dekho, we have not played each other for the last 8 years, right? Last tour is 2007. We have not played each other. We have survived. We are perfectly comfortable. What this series would have provided is a bonus for Pakistan board in terms of financing. that bonus will not be available. It hasn't been available for 8 years. Even if it's not available for a few years more, it doesn't matter.
So you are, though, a former foreign secretary, you know diplomacy better than most. Do you really believe that in the present environment where the two NSAs also cannot meet, that cricket matches could take place in an atmosphere where India has taken an approach of zero tolerance to terror? Can terror on the border and cricket coexist?
Well, let me put it this way, that the terror problem strikes on both sides. You tend to see it only through the eyes, through the prism of India being attacked by terrorists. We also see it from our prism that you are helping anti-Pakistan terrorists operate from Afghanistan, in Balochistan, etc. So this is a two-way thing. Terrorism is bad in any form, in any shape, and we stand against it. But the point really is, your real question was, that can we in this atmosphere think of a cricket series? I think we can. I think a cricket series can overcome this hostility that exists between both sides. We can, as we did in 1999, as we did in 2004. You know, one was immediately after Kargil, another was after certain very tense situations. We hadn't played for God knows how many years. I took that team to India in 1999.
No, I remember that.
And Shiv Sena was doing the same thing as he's doing now.
No, I know that. But you know, Mr. Shahryar Khan, interestingly, a relative of yours, Saad bin Jung,
yes,
a former first-class cricketer, was on my program last night, and he made an interesting point.
Yes.
He said, why doesn't the Pakistan Cricket Board, its representatives, unequivocally condemn terror emanating out of Pakistan that is striking at India and empathize with the victims of terror in this country, at least create a conducive atmosphere within which then cricket can be played?
Well, we have said that politically, but I'm sure that the government does not sympathize with any terrorists attacking India or anywhere else.
But the Pakistan Cricket Board officials themselves, why don't they?
No, we are not in the political game, to tell you the truth. It's not our business to do that. It's the government's business to do that. It's not that we...
But it's your business to perhaps create a conducive atmosphere, or is that also the government's business to create a conducive atmosphere?
In your case, it's the government that decides finally. In my case, it's very clear that the government has given its green light that we should play a series with India, this series that you have agreed to and that we've agreed to.
So are you saying therefore that this issue now has to be settled at the level of Nawaz Sharif and Narendra Modi, that they have to pick the phone up with each other and say, look, we want to play cricket with each other?
No, I think they have talked about this, I don't know, but Mr. Nawaz Sharif, during his recent visit to New York to attend the General Assembly, has made a public statement that, theek hai, we have many problems, Kashmir and trade and water, Siachen. That apart, let us play cricket.
But do you believe cricket will resolve anything, or is it war without weapons?
I think it will make it better.
There are those who say it's war minus the shooting, it's war without weapons. There is so much of tension, it sometimes spills over on the cricket field.
This has always been the atmosphere there. I remember in 2004, when your team was supposed to be coming to us, I remember 2 days before, the Indian team was to land in Delhi. Mr. Dalmia telephoned me, late Mr. Dalmia. He phoned me, dekho, humne to agree kar liya hai. We have got the players to come, but their wives are not letting the players come because they feel insecure, that they feel that the team will be attacked in Pakistan, because there's so much hostility there against India. I said, don't worry, we will ensure that no such thing happens. In my heart of hearts, I knew that they would be very warmly welcomed. And this is what happened. 2004, I don't know if you were there, it was a fantastic series.
No, it was. In fact, I took my son for a cricket match, and I remember the chants, Balaji, Zara Dheere Chalo, the Pakistani crowds cheering Balaji.
Balaji was a fantastic...
It was a remarkable series, but there would be others who will also suggest that it is actually cricket doesn't really solve the core issues that confront the two countries. It's a way of the politicians using cricketers to try and resolve what they cannot.
No, I don't think so. I think it's their way of saying, let cricket start, let people-to-people contact take place, let there be the atmosphere that we felt in India, 1999. We were cheered all over the country. You remember the famous test in Chennai? It was amazing. I was there.
No, when Pakistan won the match and you went on a lap of honor and you all were cheered
by the Chennai crowd.
But there are Indians today who will turn around watching this program and say, why don't we take the approach to Pakistan? that the world took towards South Africa during the apartheid years, which was that for 30 years South Africa was virtually ostracized, or 20 odd years South Africa was ostracized from the world of cricket. Why should the same attitude not be taken? So long as Pakistan continues to sponsor terror, so long as the ISI continues to sponsor terror, we need to take that attitude.
What about India sponsoring terror in Pakistan? Would you like to apply that as well? We have
the evidence is much stronger, sir. The evidence
India
is much
doing
stronger.
that to
much stronger of Pakistani involvement in
stronger.
Kashmir. You know what happened in 26/11, sir. The scars remain.
The scars should be healed. I agree. This is my personal opinion. And I do feel that people feel strongly about the Mumbai business. That can be healed. And I know for a fact that the government is anxious to heal this. It is very anxious to heal this Mumbai hangover, as it were. So I am quite confident that my government wants to have a better atmosphere. Cricket maybe is the beginning of such an atmosphere, and it may help in creating a better relationship between the two governments. This is what I'm saying.
What would you tell the Shiv Senics who today are saying, look, no cricketing ties, no musical concerts, no ghazal singers, even Wasim Akram, cricket commentator, and Shoaib Akhtar, cricket commentator, have been asked to go back. Aleem Dar, umpire, asked to go back, cannot umpire a match. What would you like to tell the Shiv Senics who are saying, sorry, our stand is very clear, our nationalism says no ties with Pakistan till cross-border terrorism.
You know what I would tell them? I tell them that you are a minuscule part of India's political attitude. You do not represent India. You are an extremist fringe, as some of our extremists are. They never get enough votes or anything like that. So your position is what your position is. Government should ensure law and order, respect for individuals, respect for people, respect for teams visiting. We cannot allow a very tiny minority to dictate these.
So Shiv Sena is in government in Maharashtra.
Well, that's your internal business. I don't want to
Okay, let me take a break at this point, and then I'm going to ask you about the bigger picture that now confronts World Cup. All that and much more in this special interview with Shahryar Khan, the Pakistani Cricket Board Chief. Interview with the Pakistan Cricket Board Chairperson Shahryar Khan. Mr. Khan, I heard Zair Abbas, the ICC president and one of Pakistan's great cricketers, 2 days ago, suggest that maybe the Pakistan cricket team will not even come for the T20 World Cup now to India. Is that a possibility at all?
Well, look, I haven't totally lost hope that we will not play the series India-Pakistan bilaterally. I haven't totally lost, although it looks pretty dismal.
In December, January
In December, January, yes. I have not lost hope completely.
Has anyone from the Indian side given you any reason to hope? Because you've met Rajiv Shukla, I know, who's the IPL chairperson, but you haven't met any other senior board official.
I haven't met anybody else. I have reasons to believe that it may be possible, although it looks pretty grim now after this visit of mine. Therefore, it's not a completely lost case, as it were. But if it doesn't happen, it will be clear that it hasn't happened because of the extremist position taken up by Shiv Sena, etc. Now, we have not as yet taken any position on the T20 World Cup. We in the board have not done so. But if it transpires that the series is not taking place because of extremist pressures, this will be one of the options that we'll have to consider. We haven't considered it yet.
But you're not ruling it out. You're not ruling it out.
I'm not ruling it out. We'll just have to see if we'll be safe enough here. You know, this is something that, look what happened to Australia and Bangladesh recently. Bangladesh had given every assurance to Australia. They were about to come in a couple of days. At the last minute, Australia says, I'm not coming because I hear of certain threats. So this has been happening. It's regrettable. I feel that the Bangladesh people were very badly let down, but nevertheless, this is something that we have to consider, and that if Shiv Sena continues to give this kind of threat, you can imagine, put yourself in Pakistan's place. Should we go and play?
Arun Jaitley, who you know well, has yesterday commented saying he doesn't accept this form of behavior of the Shiv Sena. It's an act of vandalism. If you actually want to stop Indo-Pak cricket, have a dialogue, have a debate, but don't use force. Do you have faith in the words of Arun Jaitley, or do you
Well,
believe Arun Jaitley has to walk the talk also now?
Well, I tell you one thing. Arun Jaitley is a very senior BJP political leader. His words count. He is a man of integrity and honor. I have personal relations with him. I greatly value his statements. But it is for your government, the BJP government, to ensure that this kind of activity is kept within legal bounds.
So you're saying if Pakistan has to come for the T20 World Cup, you expect full guarantees of security for the Pakistani cricket players?
Yes, if.
You know, you know, the question is, you're almost, therefore we are almost going now a step backwards in relations where we haven't had a test series since 2007, and now you're saying that even in a multilateral tournament like the T20 World Cup, Pakistan...
Well, you can imagine that if this kind of threat that we have been given, which led to these talks not taking place...
It's only in Mumbai. You could play everywhere else in the country. Mamata Banerjee is saying the two boards could have held in Kolkata.
I have sent a message to Mamata Banerjee.
You could have held it in Delhi.
Thanking her. I'm saying so now. It's very gracious for her. To offer these talks. The point is, why is the BCCI not telling us to have the talks in Calcutta or wherever, or even in Dubai? I haven't had word.
Are you saying the BCCI is under pressure from the government?
I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is an issue of fact that they haven't gotten in touch with me ever since they told me that the talks in Mumbai were cancelled.
You've watched Indo-Pak cricket for years. You've got cricket in your blood. You're linked to the Pataudis, who have a rich tradition of cricket in this country. Do you genuinely believe that cricket does cross the boundary? That cricket actually does cross the LOC? What will I say today to those the widows of Jawans who've been killed in cross-border firing or in a terror attack? What do I tell those families in Mumbai who lost their loved ones in the attack of 26/11? That we should play cricket in a world completely removed from all
I have an answer to that.
Yes.
Whatever you tell your Jawans up in the north, in Punjab, I will also tell my Jawans and their wives and their widows who have been killed by Indian firing coming across. Here you don't seem to realize that this kind of firing is affecting both sides. It should stop. We should not have that kind of firing. So
why
many
don't you unequivocally condemn 26/11, go out there? Why not create what Saad bin Jung said? Go out there maybe and meet the families.
I condemn that personally.
And meet the families. Create some kind of an atmosphere where people believe that Shahryar Khan is the goodwill ambassador of peace.
Shahryar is not part of the government. Shahryar Khan believes that starting a cricket series will start the healing process. This is what I believe in. As far as the question of Mumbai, and we've had a series here in 2012, 3-match series after the Mumbai attack. No one seemed to object to that.
No one seems to object, interestingly, to Wasim Akram being the bowling coach of Kolkata Knight Riders and sitting in the dugout in Mumbai, or indeed Shoaib Akhtar doing commentary the other day.
We have to move away from this approach of not being able to interact with each other at the cricketing level. Adeem Dar, Wasim Akram, Shoaib Akhtar, they're all going home.
Do you fear that a younger generation, therefore, in two countries will therefore grow up in mistrust and hate, unlike perhaps your generation, which had a...
Let me tell you one thing quite candidly. I think the greatest hindrance to better relationship is the media, your media, which creates hate all over, and that hate goes on. It's not like that in Pakistan, I tell you again.
Isn't it competitive outrage between the two countries?
No, certainly not. You come and watch our television. It's not full of the venom that you see here. I'm sorry to say that. This is so. I believe that the younger people that you've just mentioned want a better relationship. All of them do. I saw it in 1999. I saw it in 2004. You read my book, read chapter 3 on what happened in that series, how not the Indian team, but the Indian fans were welcomed in Pakistan, 20,000 of them.
No, I remember, but that was the initiative that President Musharraf at the time took. He was fully in charge of Pakistan. Now the worry is, of course, no one comes to Pakistan because of the situation. You have to play all your matches in a neutral venue in UAE, which is tragic, which is sad.
Because of the security situation.
Which is a sad situation.
I hope it doesn't happen here as a result of what the Shiv Sena is up to.
Can I ask you then in conclusion, if you had to choose your favorite Indian cricketer, if you had to go 100 1,000 kilometers to watch a favorite cricketer. Any Indian cricketer for you who has stood out over the years?
Can there be any doubt? Sachin Tendulkar. Can there be any doubt?
And if I were to ask you your favorite Indo-Pak cricket moment, because you watched Indo-Pak through all the ups and downs, long period between 61 and 78 where we played no cricket with each other.
I'll tell you.
Yeah.
Chennai, 1999, when we won the finest test match that I have ever witnessed, and I've seen quite a few. 12 runs, 14 runs it was. Sachin scored a century. He nearly took India to an unlikely victory.
He calls it one of the biggest disappointments of his career.
I know. I saw him with his hands like this in his face, crying in the dressing room. He couldn't get over it. He had a bad back also, but he soldiered on. Eventually, he didn't read Saklen's Dusra properly. He skied the ball to mid-off and he was caught. So that was, but not just the cricket, it was the atmosphere there. It was the fact that Wasim afterwards told me, "Sir, can we go around and thank the people?" I said, "Go ahead." When they went round, given a standing ovation.
That was Chennai, unfortunately, not Mumbai. Maybe Mumbai would be
India
different.
Tata. The main thing is that my son rang me up from Islamabad. He said, "Congratulations on a victory," but what was amazing was the response of the crowd over there. He said, "Never have I seen this in a cricket match." You know, this kind of thing lifts people up. It lifts both nations up. It lifts both people up. And I tell you one thing, you ask the younger people here throughout India, let's bury the hatchet. Let's live like friends. Let's live like neighbors. God has ordained that we should be next door to each other. Forget these problems and things. Let us move forward. I think you'll find most people who want this to happen.
Basically, you're saying, look the bullies in the eye and tell them where to get off.
Yes, I am. And the bullies are a very small minority.
The silent majority, you believe, wants Indo-Pak cricket.
Yes, definitely. I have no doubt about it.
You spoke about that match in Chennai. I want to say this, Shahryar Khan, today on TV. I had a tear in my eye too. And I hope that my son's generation also, in a sense, gets to watch more matches like that great match in Chennai.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you.
All the best.
Thank
you
you.
come from a great cricketing family.
Thank you.